Hey everyone, it's Lori McGuire, and I sure hope you can see me. I am live, and I haven't done a live video in so long, so I'm going to try to get acquainted with my selfie stick again. Anyway, it's good to say hello. I just finished an Orange Theory workout. I haven't done live videos for a while because I switched up my hiking schedule, and I am now doing different workouts. So I'm doing what's called Orange Theory, and I used to do that so long ago, and I realized during the holidays I got a little bit lazy and I ate quite a bit, so gained about 5 pounds. So needless to say, I have to jump up my workout. So I'm back to my Orange Theory, and I love it. And I don't know how many of you, if any of you work out at Orange Theory or you know of it, let me know. But I just did the hour-and-a-half class today, and it was unbelievable. So it's a really great way if you want to kick off your new year and really get in great shape. That will make you accountable, and you have the energy of like being with 30 other people, 40 other people. And I want you to see the view in the back here. But isn't that gorgeous? You can just see all the mountains. So anyway, I have a couple of updates for you. First of all, phenomenal year last year. So grateful. Amazing team. Fulfilled most of my goals. And I really appreciate a lot of you helped me figure out what kind of Tesla I was going to buy. Red or blue. I got the blue. Okay. Now, what's funny is I bought the Tesla because I had another car that I didn't have access to for 3 months. And the reason why I didn't have access to that car for 3 months is because I left a listing appointment, and right after I left a listing appointment, I was making a right-hand turn, and I was almost at a stop, and this other car made I guess a left-hand turn straight into me. And I guess the driver didn't see me because the sun was out, and it was a Maserati Quadruporte, or Quadruport, I think that's what we call them. So, love the car. It's a red Quadruport, by the way. So, I didn't think there was going to be a lot of, problems with it. I was able to drive it right after. I didn't have any issues medically at all with it, with myself. And I got it to the body shop, handled it through insurance, and then when I got it out of the body shop, every time I drove it, it was really weird. It would go idle, and then it would jump forward, and then I would go idle, and I'd put in reverse and would jump back. So obviously it was really scary. And so I let insurance know, and I got it into my mechanic. My mechanic then said it was fixed, and then I would get it back, and it would happen again. And then during that time, I was traveling a lot. I was going to Tennessee to check out my investment properties and, going to other areas. So I kept having to put the car back in the shop, so many little things, and we couldn't get to the bottom of what it was. But what was really frustrating is, first of all, I didn't have a car. Secondly, by the time after a month of this, the insurance company said they were no longer responsible. How's that? So, and I try to be really positive about things, but, and I'm not naming the insurance company. I don't want any backlash at all, but I was really disappointed because I've been with the insurance company for a very long time. But they just claimed no responsibility. They said what was wrong with the car, which made it not drivable, had nothing to do with this accident, and my car was running absolutely perfect. So needless to say, I spent maybe $4,000 while it was still not running. I was still pouring money into it. So anyway, in the meantime, all my clients, so many of my clients had Teslas. I kept saying, God, those Teslas are beautiful cars, and it would be kind of nice to go green, and it'd be nice to get away from gas, and they're really luxurious, and so I test drove one. It was amazing. I mean, what the car does is incredible. And my car, after 3 months, was still in the shop. So I ordered this Tesla, and because I thought, oh, I'll probably never be able to get my Maserati back. And sure enough, I get the Tesla, within 2 weeks, and then they find the perfect reason why my Maserati is not working. And my Maserati is in perfect condition now. So I have the Tesla and I have the Maserati. At least the Maserati is red, so I'm glad I did not get a red Tesla. Okay. So I thought, well, no problem. I'll go ahead and sell the Maserati, or I'll trade it in somehow. You cannot get a good value for these exotic cars when you sell them used. I mean, it's really sad. And I learned that a long time ago when I bought a brand new Lamborghini. But I bought this, thank goodness, I bought this Maserati used. I know that from experience. The Tesla I couldn't buy really used because I was afraid to buy a used Tesla because of the, going electric and all that. So I was very happy buying a new Tesla. But with exotic cars, I recommend buying used because if you buy new, they devalue like $100,000 right off the spot. So needless to say, my Maserati is not worth very much. So I'm thinking I'm just going to keep it. But it's really strange going from the Maserati to a Tesla where there's no sound in the Tesla, and then the Maserati is vroom, vroom, vroom. So it's kind of a neat thing, but this to update you on the Tesla, what's a real bummer. So I get the Tesla and I love it. I still don't understand it though. I don't know how, the self-parking feature, I'm still trying to figure out. The home thing where it somehow opens up your garage door, still haven't figured that out. I know that's silly, but I just haven't had the time to. The self-driving feature, when you're on the freeway, it drives your car for you. Isn't that amazing? I am in love with that. All I have to do is, it reminds me to put my hand on the steering wheel every couple minutes. Like maybe it's like, I think every 3 or 5 minutes. I think it's every 5 minutes. But I'm literally hands-free. I'm not texting or anything like that, but it will switch lanes for me. So I just, put the right-hand blinker on when I have to go in the right-hand lane, and it knows when to, switch the lane. I do recommend that you still look, though, because you never know when someone's going to speed up. And but it's amazing, and the cameras. You can see everything. You can connect to the internet. You can look at your emails. I think you could even connect to Netflix. I have not tried that. So maybe, when I have a passenger in my car, I'll let them watch movies. I'm not sure. But what's really sad, okay, so I've only had my Tesla for a short time. And I was coming home one day and I was a little bit tired and I was backing up because I thought, okay, I'm going to charge it. My charging is in the back. And I did not estimate the garage door clearance, and sure enough it crunches down on my hood. So I am not this great with cars, and it's going to cost me $1,000 to get the trunk repainted. Or it's just the whole trunk has to be repainted, the hood. So not the trunk, the hood. So I am just not, I was just focused on something else, and they have great cameras, and it tells you when to stop. I just wasn't focused on it. I was probably I think I was on the phone with a client at the time. So I recommend when you're backing up into your garage, always pay attention, stay off the phone. So that's $1,000 mistake right there. But I love my Tesla, love, love, love. I recommend Teslas to everyone. And I understand there's a new Tesla coming out that's really great, and it's more affordable. And so that's a really good alternative. And so that's my Tesla story. Mine goes like 300 and something miles without I'm having to charge it. So it's great. And it picks up. I think it's even faster than the Maserati when I go real fast. Okay, enough Tesla stories. Okay, so my real estate topic for today is as is. A lot of times when I have a multiple offer situation, and this happens all the time, where on our listings we get multiple offers, and I will ask the sellers for permission if we could counter in the multiple offers. Property is sold as is, except for Section 1 termite, because I still feel the seller should take care of the Section 1 termite. Some agents say, well, it already is in boilerplate as is, the contracts. yes, the contracts, the real estate purchase agreement was changed many years ago. Gosh, I've been in real estate 30 years, and I remember way back when the real estate contract it stated that everything was to be in working condition, and that was plumbing, heating, cooling, all of that stuff. But then one year they changed it all, and then they put it as in boilerplate. It's an as-is sell, but the buyer has the right to any and all inspections. It doesn't state, though, quite clearly that the buyer has to accept it. The buyer has the right to ask for repairs. The seller has the right to accept, the repairs, to repair items, or perhaps they negotiate a credit. When there's a multiple offer situation, I don't want to deal with nitpicking, because what happens, and you'll see this in hot buyers markets, buyers will just try to lock in the property, and then they try to renegotiate it during the contingency period. So they'll just say, oh my gosh, I'm up against 5 offers. So let me just lock it in, and then I'm going to ask for a $10,000 credit, or a $20,000 credit, or I've even seen buyers ask for a $50,000 credit. I mean, crazy stuff, even when the home inspection is amazing. I mean, it's a good home inspection. And there's a ploy out there that some buyers do, and I'm not saying a lot of buyers, maybe 5% of the buyers do this. So I'm just saying to be careful out there. And what the as-is thing, the provision does, I write it into the multiple counteroffers. Property is sold as is, except for Section 1 termite to be the responsibility of the seller. Buyer has the right for any inspections or all inspections. And so that still gives the buyer the right to do any inspections. They can feel comfortable that they could cancel, they can retain their earnest money deposit. By all means, if there's something majorly wrong with the property, they do have the right to still come back and say, hey, we're not going forward unless you do these items. And then the seller, hopefully we've accepted a backup offer 1 and a backup offer 2. My seller can then decide, okay, I'm going to accept, I'll give you a credit for this, or no, our backup offer is very strong and what you're asking is very minimal. So I just, it's so important about as-is provision, because I see this time and time again where you see these properties go into escrow right away, and you wonder, why did they fall out? And especially in hot buyers markets. And a lot of times it's over home inspections. So it's very good to be very clear, and especially when working with buyers, state to them what is normal also to ask for. It's not normal to ask for cosmetic improvements. It's not normal to ask for, little piddly things when you know that they got a good price, or the buyers need to understand this. What we generally do is we get a handyman who estimates everything, and then they let the buyers know, hey, it's going to cost maybe $600 for this, and yes, we could ask the seller for that, and if the seller says no, you know what, let's deal with it. Let's see how important the home is to you. So I just want to let you know that's the as-is situation. If you have any questions about as-is or whatever on income properties, many times you buy them as-is. It just, really depends. So feel free to contact me anytime, and our real estate, our app is McGuire Team Real Estate, and then our website is www, of course, I still say that because I'm an old timer in the business, McGuire Team, McGuireTeam.com. Boy, I had to really think about that. So anyway, have a great day. Hopefully the next video you'll see I will be in professional clothing. And thank you for all your support. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.